morning. It is day one of the stay home reading rush, and I just woke up. I have a nauseating amount of homework to do today, but I'm hoping to do some fun stuff as well. Obviously get some reading done, but I'm hoping to do some more organizing around in my room and just kind of hang out and enjoy myself a little bit. I'm going to be starting with this book, The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, what am I doing with this camera? I shouldn't be filming myself like this. It's all topsy-turvy. Yeah, I'm really excited to get into it, so I think I'm going to read a chapter now, and then I'm going to go get ready, and then I will pop back in. I am ready for the day. I didn't put any makeup on because nobody's gonna see me. I'm really just at home, sitting at home, doing homework. So yeah, but I read the first chapter of this. It is set in World War II, and it's really, really good so far. The main character has a disability. Her right foot, I didn't really understand the description. It's kind of like twisted, it's like she crawls everywhere, and she's in the first chapter trying to teach herself how to walk because her mom always tells her, oh, like, you're just a useless cripple, you can't do anything. And so she wants to learn how to walk so she can prove to her mom, like, look, I'm just like my younger brother. But her mom's kind of the worst, so anyways, I'm gonna eat some breakfast, and then I'm going to do some homework. I will check in later when I'm being less boring. So this morning I wrote an entire essay. I finished up another smaller assignment. I have one more essay that I wanted to get done today, but I needed a break. So I had my nice lovely little bath, and I am about halfway through The War That Saved My Life. I might be a bit further than, I'm at page 170 and there's just over 300 pages. So I'm a tiny bit over halfway. It is so good. It's really, really sweet because her mother kept her stuck inside the house. She's never seen like anything, like she's never seen grass, she's never seen water, so like everything is amazing for her. And neither of the kids were really educated by their mother, so they don't know like what anything means. So every time anyone talks, they're, Miss, what is sheets? And she has to like tell them like, sheets are the things on the bed. It's just like, it's really, really precious. And I'm loving watching the relationship develop between her and the kids. And, oh, I guess, who is the myth that I'm referring to? So basically, it's the war. They have to leave London because they're worried that London's going to be bombed and that the children won't have somewhere safe to be. And this woman, nobody would take them in because they were, like, dirty. So this woman ends up taking them in, and she's like, I don't want to take any kids, but now we're watching as she grows to love them, and it's really, really sweet. So I'm gonna go finish reading that now, and then I guess it's back to homework for me. I'm trying really hard not to let this book make me cry, but the ending was so precious and so sweet. And I love the confidence that Ada got. She has a club foot, and everyone just thought that she was useless because of it, except for the woman who takes her in, and she shows her that she can still do everything that she wants to do, and she can be the person that she wants to be. And finally, at the end of the book, she realizes that, and she realizes that the woman, Miss Smith, that she's right and that her mother was wrong about her. And I'm gonna cry. I am. So that's one book down off my TBR. There were 4 books on the TBR because I guess 4 days in the readathon. So I'm actually not going to start the next book from my TBR. I'm going to continue reading Whisper, which is one of the books for the OWLs, or the Owls. It is the 16th of the month, so we are over halfway through April, meaning I should be halfway through my Owls TBR. I have read 2 books out of 12, not 6 like I should have, so I need to play a bit of catch up. So I'm going to do homework now. I need to eat lunch, and then I need to do more homework, and then I am going to read Whisper. I just filmed a bunch of stuff for my documentary, and I've been working on my essay, but also my mom and I are on like the second to last episode of season 2 of Broadchurch. We've been watching it on Netflix, and it's so good. So I haven't gotten any more reading done, but I'm going to finish the essay and then maybe film one more part of the documentary tonight, and then I think that'll be it for homework today, and I will just let myself take the night to relax, and tomorrow I will finish everything up for that class, which is super duper exciting. I am very close to finishing everything up. The angle that I have the camera at right now, like the sun is shining directly into my eyes. Okay, so it is just after 10 o'clock and everyone in my house is going to bed. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I'm going to be reading from Our Numbered Days, which is poems by Neil Hilborn. This is the one for the prompt, read a book in the same room. I don't even think I said what the prompt was for The War That Saved My Life, but that was read a book with a house on the cover, and the house was on the back of the cover. But yeah, so I did the math, and there are 63 pages, so rounded up to 64 pages, and so I need to read 16 pages a night to finish it in the 4 days of the readathon, so I'm gonna do that. But before I go to bed, I just wanted to share that I just received a postcard in the mail from my lovely friend Lena. It's a postcard of a little Vermeer painting. The glare is terrible. But yeah, she sent it to me. She wrote it on the day that we were all supposed to leave France. Of course, we had to leave early because of everything that was happening. Once things started to look like they might be getting bad, our school had us come home immediately. And so, you know, our time together was cut short, rightfully so, because, you know, we all want to be staying at home and doing our part. But yeah, so on the day that we were actually supposed to leave France, she wrote me a postcard and sent it to me, and it was really cute. It had a lot of like stuff, just like reminding me to breathe and take care of myself and look after myself with my anxiety, and it was really sweet, so thank you so much, Lena. I also think I'm going to read a little bit more of Whisper before I go to bed. I'm really liking it so far. It is giving me some like mad Shatter Me vibes. I was like, what's the name of that book? I was gonna say Whisper, and I was like, no, that's this one. Yeah, it's really like Shatter Me so far, but I'm enjoying it, and yeah. Okay, so good night, and I will see you guys all in the morning for day 2. Hopefully I will be a little bit more exciting. I do have to do some stuff. One of the shelves broke on my bookshelf, so I need to fix that tomorrow, so we can film that, and you guys can get a sneak peek of my, I have a video coming out, what is it even called? It's like the second the sun goes down, my brain just forgets everything it's ever known. I have a new bookshelf tour coming out because I just reorganized all my bookcases. So you guys will see a sneak peek of that as I'm fixing the shelf that broke. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. Good afternoon. I would say good morning, but I slept in, and then I was doing some schoolwork, and then I also took a really long bath and read a bunch of Whisper. So it's actually 2 p.m. and I'm just now getting the chance to vlog, but hello. So as I mentioned, I am 2/3 of the way through Whisper now, which is not on my TBR for this readathon, but is on my TBR for the month, so I'm letting myself go for it. I did read, I did start reading Our Numbered Days by Neil Hilborn yesterday, and at first I wasn't really getting into the poems. Like, they were okay, but then I decided to watch a video of him reading one of the poems that I was reading, so I followed along with my text, and just the way he reads it and his voice, after hearing him actually perform one of his poems as I was reading, I could really hear his voice in all of the poems. So I'm going to try to watch videos of maybe like every other poem or every third poem, but I was really enjoying it. I did not want to stop at 16 pages, but I ended up being really tired anyways, and watching a video before I went to bed. But yeah, it's really good. So I have 2 options for today. I can either start In a Perfect World, for which the prompt was read a book set somewhere you want to go, or I can read Maybe This Time by Casey West, and the prompt was read a book that'll make you smile. I'm not really sure which one I want to read. I think I might ask Dawson which one he thinks I should read, and then whichever one he picks, I'll start. Anyways, I have to go film more clips for my French documentary because that is due today. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll check back in with y'all later. I don't know what happened today. I had so many good things planned for the vlog, but I guess tomorrow's a new day, right? I didn't do any more reading at all. I finished up everything I had to do. I submitted it all to the prof, so I'm officially done with 3 of my 5 courses this semester, which is such a nice feeling. I am gonna read some more poems and probably a bit more of Whisper. I don't know, I'm feeling, as I say, I'm feeling tired. I start to yawn. I'm feeling really tired. Yeah, maybe I'll just go straight to bed. I do need to read at least, like, now I'll read more poems tomorrow. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Good night. Oh my. Can I at least, like, rotate it so that it looks half? My hair looks wild. Good morning. I'm so close to finishing Whispers, so this is just like a quick little check-in before I go and finish it up. And then I do have a bit of homework to do today, but for the most part I'm just letting myself have like a little free day to myself. So yeah. It's late in the afternoon, and I literally spent all day reading this. I decided to film this vlog right now because if I didn't, I would cry, because the way this book ended is just so good. I loved it so much. I have a lot of feelings that I can't adequately describe about this book. But it's definitely a 5-star book, and I really want to go to Egypt right now. It didn't do anything to help my travel bug. If anything, I want to travel more, and I cannot. But you know what? I think that it is true that books do provide escapism and allow us to go to all these different places. And with that, I might start reading more books about Egypt, because I think it'd be really, really neat to go there. And one thing that I felt when I was in Europe was that, like, I hadn't done enough reading. I didn't know where I wanted to go. Every time I went to a new place, I was like, so, like, what's there to see? Like, I just felt like I hadn't done enough research. So I think if I start reading books about Egypt now, then I'll know what I want to see when I finally get to go. So I could start reading that Casey West book, but I think not. I think I'm just gonna take a chill pill. I did finish Whisper, and I think I'm gonna be ordering the second book because the second book came out in the fall. But yeah, I might just start reading another one of my Owls books right now, or continue reading Shiver, which is one of the Owls books. So who knows? Are you a good boy? Mr. Noah wanted to pop in and say hello, right, honey? I don't know what he's thinking right now. Here, you want to come up here? Here you go, buddy. Yeah, things are different right now, aren't they? Do you like having everyone home? We could do a little, like, interview with Noah. Hello, Noah. What are you thinking? So, I was gonna play Sims, but I don't really feel like doing that, so I think Hello? I think I do want to read something else. I'm not sure what, but we can find something, right? Yeah. This is perhaps the weirdest angle I've vlogged at, but I did say you guys would be getting a sneak peek of my bookshelf, and this is kind of it. So this shelf that I've got here, it was on plastic little thingies. Hold up, I have the evidence. And they broke. Is that focused? Yeah, so they broke and they got stuck. So I have these fun new ones, but I have to make sure that they'll fit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And let's see. Yeah, it just fits right in there like a like a, whoa, what do you say? It fits like a glove. Fits like a glove. So, I'm just gonna do this and I'll speed it up and let you guys see. So, that, and I guess this is the little sneak peek you guys are gonna get of my full bookshelf tour. I'm really excited to do that. When I first started watching booktube videos before having my own channel was even an idea, I would watch a lot of bookshelf tours just so I could see how people were organizing their bookshelves. I had them organized alphabetically, and then my best friend and I rearranged it and we color-coded them all, and then I switched over to just kind of ordering them like for sentimental reasons, which is the way I had sort of done it as a child. I used to try and organize by genre, and yeah, so now I sort of have like shelves for my favorite authors, and I've got like I have a mystery thriller shelf, and like all my classics and my favorite books from childhood are all in like one shelf. But for the most part, I just kind of mix them all up. I tried to start out having like books I read on that side of my room and then books I hadn't read yet on this side, but they've gotten so mixed up and confused that I'm just like, whatever. At some point I do want to go through, I want to create a shelf on Goodreads of like books I own but haven't read yet and go through and scan all of them, but I feel like that'll take a lot of time. Maybe that's a project for next week, considering I'm still just here social distancing by myself. So that might be something fun to do. But yeah, everyone's just kind of busy right now. My sister's making dinner tonight, and Dawson's taking a nap, and you know, my parents are just kind of hanging around. So I'm just kind of here, chilling. I don't know that I want to keep reading Shiver right now. I want to read another Owls book, but like, I don't want to read any romance right now, and I think they're all romance except Fourth Dimension, but Fourth Dimension is the book that you have to read when it's dark outside, and it is fully sunny right now, so I'm just kind of stuck here. I really want to read more middle grade. After reading The War That Saved My Life, like, I want to read middle grade right now, but I didn't put any middle grade on my Owls TBR, I don't think. Yeah, no. Yeah, no middle grade. Although we do have the Believe-a-thon coming up in May, which is a readathon just for children's literature. I put together my TBR the other day. I'm not filming the video yet because it's still a couple weeks from now, but yeah, I did make my list of which books I want to read, and I'm really, really excited about it. Honestly, I used to love reading middle grade, and I kind of stopped when I first started university. And then when I began working at the library, I read a lot more middle grade because I was reading books to recommend to the kids that were coming to the programs. But it is more difficult for me to find middle grade books when I'm at school, especially like when I was in France. The English section isn't like huge in the bookstores, so I was reading actually a lot of adult fiction, not even YA. Anything YA I was reading was mostly through my library app. And I don't know, middle grade, I like to like physically have the book when I'm reading middle grade. I don't know why, there's just like something about it. Anyways, I'm hopefully gonna find something to read, or I might just stay sitting here and looking at how pretty my bookshelves look, because gosh, when I was in France, like I just missed looking at books all the time. I just had that little shelf. I didn't have anything like this. So I might just sit here and be happy that I'm back with my books. I'm so grateful that during this time when we are all having to stay home, that I have so many books, and so many books that I haven't read yet to keep me occupied. I don't know what I would be doing otherwise. I guess I'd just be reading a lot of books on my library app, which is another thing I'm so grateful for. The fact that technology means that we can borrow books from the library without having to go out to the library because all the libraries are closed right now. It's really, really great. I love it so much. You know, I think this time it's just made it easier for all of us to, you know, just do things that make us happy, and I'm finding a lot of things to just be grateful for, and I'm just realizing like how blessed I am. Enough being emotional. So I had said that I was just going to sit here and look at my books, and I did, and I stumbled upon this book, which is all about journaling and yeah, just sort of giving inspiration and ideas for journals, and it's got some art in it. And then I stumbled upon this book, which is all about sketching and drawing. I've also got like tons of other books about journaling and drawing and stuff. I have the Usborne Complete Book of Art Ideas back from when I was like 8. I've got this creative journal. I've got 2 Wreck This journals in a drawer somewhere, but I figured I would pull out my art book, which, to be honest, I haven't really done much in. There are many things falling out. I started Zentangling in this book when I was like 15 or 16. This is when I went to go see a movie with my sister and with Dawson in 2016. So yeah, I guess I was 17. Just more Zentangle, but like I tried to make it like art. A watercolor pineapple. This I remember because I was drawing out the pineapple in pencil. I was backstage at a rehearsal for when I was in Sioux School Musical, and I was erasing something, and my director came up to me, and he had like never really spoken with me like one-on-one, and he said, "Emily, you should never use an eraser because nothing is a mistake." And I was like, what? And my mom was a makeup artist at the time. I was in the hair and makeup room, and he left, and she just turned and was like, what? And I was like, I don't know. I got some fun like flower quotes with some flowers. Things I did with my friends in first year. This was when I was getting into bullet journaling and I wanted to use like different headings and little doodles and stuff. Wow, some of these are actually like good. What happened to me? First year university was a hard time for all of us. This I remember so much because I was watching Shane Dawson's YouTube videos, all of his conspiracy theory videos. And this is from last summer when I did the reading rush. Oh my god, this is the stay home reading rush. Well, this is from like the actual reading rush. This was one of the daily challenges. I think we had 30 seconds to draw something, and then I worked on it later. This is Winter from the Lunar Chronicles. It's terrible, but I love it. So I figured, you know, we're all stressed. This is a hard time. I'm gonna make some art. So that's just what I'm gonna do for the next like half hour. And I'm gonna watch YouTube while I do it. So I realized that I can't draw. Like, that is just a thing that I know. And my sister is just starting a business drawing like beautiful, gorgeous prints. Like, she's so talented. And then I go ahead and create something like this. And it's clear who all the talent went to. So my inspiration was, I opened this journal book to a random page and it said to do nature tracings, but I didn't want to leave because I had already made myself this little like seat on the floor. So I just traced things from my sewing kit and this groszy, which is Polish currency that I found under my bed, and this thing of paint that I also found under my bed. And then I was like, well, that's plain and boring. And then I was like, oh, let's make it look like it's in the grass. And then I was like, oh, like Peter Pan. So I called it Lost Boys Stash. I don't think I'm done with it yet. I think I want to add more, but I don't know what. Maybe like dandelions. But that's it, really. Like, this is my piece. This is... Now I'm gonna go hang out with my family and eat. I realize how bizarre this angle is, but I wanted to share with you guys something that I've been doing. I try to do it every night now that I am in self-isolation, and that is just that I have this little notebook here, and I try writing a little things to do list every single day just to kind of keep me on track because, you know, a lot of us, we don't have class or work anymore, and so our lives have kind of just lost structure in a way. So yeah, I just kind of started writing my little things to do lists just so that I have a little bit of a structure. So I write them every night before I go to bed for the next day. So I'm going to do mine now for tomorrow. So that's that's it. That's just what I do every night, and I found that it's really helped me to be productive and not just kind of sit around all day watching YouTube and playing Sims, which is what I would have been doing otherwise. Anyways, my family and I are just gonna watch another movie and then we're gonna go to bed, so I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is an incredibly dark and dismal rainy day today. I haven't done my hair or anything yet, but I am going to be starting Maybe This Time by Casey West today and hopefully finishing it today. I'm also hopefully finishing Our Numbered Days today. I haven't been very good about keeping up with reading 16 poems a day, or 16 pages a day, sorry. So I've got a lot of reading to do today. But what else am I going to do, right? It's pouring with rain. It's not very nice. So yesterday when I was logging in, I was just kind of updating my Goodreads because I had forgotten to add The War That Saved My Life. And I found out that there's a sequel and it is on Book Outlet right now. So I am placing a Book Outlet order today to get that book, and I think maybe some books for the Literally Dead book club, which is run by Kayla of Books and Lala. And then of course there are some other books I want because you gotta get that free shipping, you know. Okay, I'll check back in later. I just had a bath and I am almost done. Maybe this time. I've got just this little bit left and it is so good. I really like, basically this girl works for a flower shop and then the boy works for a caterer, so they only see each other at events that they're both at, and so the story just covers the events. So like every little section is just a different event. So there are 9 events. It says 1 year, 9 events, 9 chances to fall in love. And that's basically what it is. And I really like that. I like that we're not just seeing like her everyday life and thinking about like it's only at events. It feels very, like it feels like the action just keeps going. I don't feel like there's been any like part that's been like too slow for me. I really like it. That being said, I think I'm going to take a quick break from it. I might go downstairs and just kind of hang out with my family, probably play some Sims. I do want to read more poems, but since I have to read them in the same room and the room I chose is my bedroom, I don't really feel like being locked up in my bedroom right now because of how dark it is outside. So I think I will just go hang out with my family for a bit and then get back to reading. I finished it and it was so good. It was definitely a 5-star. It was just so cute and wholesome, and it almost makes me wish that Casey West books had sequels. But then I remember, like, the fun part is them falling in love. Like, if there was a sequel, they would be, like, breaking up and getting back together, and I don't want that. So I like that they're standalones, but it was just so perfect. And it definitely made me smile a lot, so it fulfilled its purpose. Now I'm going to be doing one of the things that was on my things to do list, and that is organizing these 3 boxes, which are I'm trying to like fit them all in the frame, but they just won't. Maybe if I hold them back further and over here. Yes, these 3 boxes. These are my scrapbooking boxes. Right now they're filled with a lot of random stuff, but I want to organize them. I do also have a 4th box that was like a gift, but it was like a box in this same style and then just had stuff, but I need to empty out all the stuff that I got in it. But yeah, basically I just kind of want to have, I know I want to have a separate box for like personal scrapbooking items, like cards, tickets from like movies or whatever, maps, like just stuff that has like personal meaning, and then like one for like paper and maybe like stickers. I'm not really certain how I want to do it yet. I might look up a couple of YouTube videos to see how other people do it, but for now I just kind of want to empty them and see what I have to work with. I know I have a lot more in my closet that I don't even want to think about right now, but yeah. Okay, so I have organized the boxes kind of to just kind of like a basic organization until I clean up my closet and my desk and everything else and figure out actually what I have. So I just did this one that says Capture the World, is a box of like memories. So I've got like old photographs in there, some tickets to different things, business cards, this little like tassel-y thing I got when I graduated. I have no idea that this will never be used in a scrapbook. It's like just a little, I could wear it right now actually. It's just a little crown. Why is it in my scrapbooking stuff? Because I don't know where else to put it, but I like it. Oh, look, it's so off balance. Next, I've got this llama box, and it basically contains washi tape, stickers, and stamps. I found a lot of really cute washi tapes I didn't realize I have, but I'm also missing a lot of my washi tapes. I think they're under my bed. I really need to organize like everything in my room. Thank God I have all this time now. Lastly, we have this fun little swan box, and this is just paper. Right now it's just kind of scrap papers because my pads of paper are, I think one is under my bed, and the other one is down in the kitchen because my mom was borrowing it. And then I know I have even more scrapbooking paper under my bed that my sister gave me. I think I have some in my closet as well. So that's that. I have one more book to read for this readathon, and that is Our Numbered Days. I am on page 16 out of 63 pages, so I think I will read a couple poems now. I did have organized my desk on my list of things to do today, but like just looking at that, it's so daunting, but I think I just need to go ahead and do it. So I think I will read a little bit. I will take a before shot and then an after shot, and you guys can let me know how I did. We are halfway there. If you hear anything in the background, it is Noah. He is singing. But yeah, I am on page 33, so yeah, that's basically, I guess, 32 would have been halfway of 60. Yeah, so I'm just over half. I am still wearing the crown. I kind of forgot it was on, and Dawson walked in as I was cleaning my desk and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I'm just cleaning my desk." And he was like, "What's on your head?" And I was like, I was like, I'm just standing here. Like, why are you looking at me so weirdly? I'd forgotten. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go downstairs and hang out with the family for a bit. We're gonna have dinner. So obviously can't read any more of this right now because I can only read it in this room. But I am going to read, I pulled out Shiver, but really I think I'm just going to read more of Shadow Study because I'm really loving it. It isn't part of any TBR. I'm just enjoying it. The lighting is really terrible. It is almost 11, so I'm going to read the rest of this book, and then I will film my final thoughts and wrap up tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Okay, so the reading rush is officially over, and I did manage to read all 4 books that were on my TBR, so let's talk about them. The first book I read was The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. I have the sequel coming on the way, and it was just so amazing. Just such a feel-good middle grade. It's set during World War II. The main character has a disability, and it's a great book. Next we have In a Perfect World by Trish Dollar. I also gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. We follow a Christian character who ends up, she and her mother move to Egypt. Her dad pops in whenever he can, but he does work in the States still. And she ends up falling in love with a Muslim boy. And it's just, again, a really nice feel-good story with a lot of important social discussion. Next I read Maybe This Time by Casey West. This one got 5 out of 5 stars. A feel-good romance about a girl who works at a flower shop and she wants to be a designer and the son of a famous chef. This might be one of my favorite Casey West books. I just really loved the way it was formatted. Not even like the story was good, but going by stories alone, I don't think this would make my top 3 Casey West books, but just the format alone makes it one of my favorites. Lastly, we have Our Numbered Days by Neil Hilborn. This is a collection of poetry. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. It was very good, and I'm quite happy that I read it. I really do enjoy listening to him perform his spoken word poetry rather than reading it. But it was totally worth it, and I would definitely buy other books that he's read and listen along. So these are the 4 books that I read. This readathon was so much fun, and I think 3 out of 4 books being 5 stars and then the other one just being 4 stars, like, that's amazing for a TBR, so I'm quite happy. So that is it for this video. If you have watched this far, thank you so much. Please like this video if you liked it. You can hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more from me. And of course, comment maybe if you participated in this readathon. Let me know how you did on your TBR. Let me know what cute bookish thing I should teach Noah how to say. Okay, bye guys.